right, good morning, everyone, and good afternoon, everyone who is in the EST time zone. All right, so we had a pretty good week last week. We had a good idea on when the bouts would happen, and we got into calls. So I think most of my losses on puts were covered with the calls that we took. SPX has been my main focus last week. Wednesday, Thursday, we took some amazing trades. Friday, I was very careful about the chop, and basically we got chopped for the first half. And then I added 4,300 puts just so hedge because the market looked like it wasn't going to go up. So I just wanted to add protection. Those were added around 4.7. They ended up going to 25, so roughly around 500%. I sold everything around 13, so I didn't want to hold it because theta was getting heavier. One of the things I want to mention that I talked about in the Discord was you guys would remember, and this is something that I want to teach people that are interested more than just charts and technical. I basically texted or messaged in the Discord at around lunch, and Nvidia was sitting at 360, 366, I believe. Let me double check my messages so I could give you the exact number. Give me 1 second. So we were looking at Nvidia calls, and it was roughly around 4 points out. Let me pull the chart here so you guys can see it with me. Okay, so let me zoom in. Let's go 5 minutes here quickly. So Nvidia was sitting at 436, and the premium on the chart for 440 calls was 37 cents. So it's 4 points out. We have half the day left, and it's 37 cents. That is highly unusual. It should be a lot more with 4 points out. There's two things that can happen here. One is that the market maker that prices these options based on the Greeks and IV and everything else messed up and they underpriced it. The chances of that happening are 1% to very, very low because they're the one that are going to lose, and the market's the one that's going to lose when that happens because it should be around minimum 70 cents to $1. This thing's priced like 80 to 90% cheaper, in my opinion. It should be $1, not even 75 cents. The second reason why this could be happening is because they don't think it's going to happen, and because no one's buying calls, big players, not retail, not buying calls. Anyone that's buying calls that's not holding it. That's why it was that cheap, and that's why I messaged that because in my head I'm like, okay, it's not going to happen. Most likely a chop, but the market had something else in mind, and they basically decided to tank. But even like SPX went down, but when we look at Nvidia, it didn't do much. I think I watched it at 436. It went low 432 and then bounced back. So Nvidia just did chop like I expected. That's usually what happens when the premium's that cheap. Now, I can't give you prices or amounts of all the premiums because there's no way, depending on the time and all that. What you could do is you could just start watching one ticker and seeing how the premium moves 5 points out, give like or one standard deviation out. And when you start seeing big differences, you know there's something off. I wouldn't recommend doing that ever for SPX, but because SPX can do 5, 10,000%. But for individual tickers, I rarely ever see mispriced premiums go crazy up because usually have a good idea on how to price them. And when they price them, that means most likely not going to happen. That's why they're so cheap. So that was that. Like I've seen that with earnings too. Sometimes when the earnings plays are very cheap, market doesn't do anything and that IV just crushes. Okay, so let's start with the calendar here. Let me share my tab here. Okay, so there's a lot of events happening. The things that you have to keep in mind and what days to not trade right at open. So on Monday, 9:30 the market opens. 10 o'clock there is manufacturing PMI. So you want to wait for the numbers to come. Then 11 o'clock, Fetcher Powell speaks. We've got that. One thing I've noticed about Powell speaking, when it's a scheduled event like FOMC or if it's like he's addressing the market, you should expect some kind of words or something coming out of him that's going to impact the market. Otherwise, what you're going to see is the opposite move. Let me explain you. If we've been going down let's say we're down 300 points and Pablo speaking, you're going to see a rally because everyone's covering and they're just basically just taking profits because they don't know what he's going to say. And once he's done, they start shorting the market again. And if we've been running, people will sell. That's usually what we get, and that's all we get. So Monday is going to be tricky. In terms of trading, we're going to have to see which side we break. 4,300 is going to be a key level all week. That breaks upside, we could see us go down. It goes under 42.90, we could see the market go down. The problem that I see more and more now, and this is where I'm like cutting the noise. So I don't really go on Twitter, Instagram while I'm trading. I like just block the noise. There's two groups. One group is saying that we're going to 4,500. One group is saying that we're going to just trash to 4,000. I think we should just play levels and if and then scenarios. If 4,300 breaks, then 4,325. If 42.90 breaks, then 42.70, then 42.50. That's a better way of trading in this market right now. I had Amazon calls added for December. I cut them right 4,300 happen, even though they were in profit, even though I have a lot of time. I just don't want to have a burden of trading with a long position on the back of my mind, knowing, okay, I need to have the direction correct. Historically, we bottom anywhere from first week of October to mid-October to third week of October. We could go bottom anywhere. I'm not trying to time the bottom. I am going to add shares. And this is like my 10-year plan. And I tell you what it is. It's Amazon. That's literally what I'm watching. If I can get 115 on Amazon, I'm buying it. AMD, I get 90. I'm buying it. This is not financial advice, but I think we're going to get 90. I had a live with Mark Monroe about a month ago, and I said we most likely get 90. We didn't get 90. We got close to 95, but no one was really expecting for it to go from 120 to 90. I'm telling you, it's not rocket science. It's just seasonality. People might think you're a genius for calling out levels. No, it's the seasonality, the trends. There's 73 years of data that's telling you what's going to happen. We always get to that level and news will come back it up. It's just how it functions. The market functions that way. So there's that. But yeah, I would recommend if you're looking for stocks, look around mid-October. Again, 10 years. I'm not even looking 10 years on like my wife's account, my kids' account. That's the plan. Not financial advice, but I'm looking at TQQ. I'm looking at Vanguard. I'm looking at like adding all my stuff back by 20%. I sold everything around before the drop happened and I like called it out. Something's going to happen. It's around September. There's videos on it. There's comments you can go check. Right now, I like Geo. The whole thing with happening with migrant workers, it's a very, very big deal. That's why Geo is moving up. I think it can go 2025 to even 30. I have stocks. I bought them around, I believe, $8. My stop is 7. So that's that. I don't really talk about stocks, but I want to talk about because it's a big deal. Like, and I've been doing this for 10 months this year. I've never really talked about buying stocks and stuff. Now I am. So just maybe pay attention. 10-year plan though. I like Geo. I like Groupon. Groupon's a short-term trade. I actually like Affirm too. I made like 50% on it. I might go again take another dive at Affirm. But yeah. Okay. So Monday's that. Tuesday we've got JOLTS, so job opening data. On Wednesday, we have ADP non-farm employment change and PMI services again. And I believe Thursday is employment claims. Yeah, unemployment claims there. And on Friday, we got average hour earnings, non-farm employment change, unemployment rate, and then there's FOMC. So every single day, there's someone speaking. And when that happens, you just got to be careful on what time they're speaking. So what I'll start doing is for this week, in the morning, I'll send a screenshot of what's going on so people don't overtrade or just miss it, because I know there's a lot of people that have job stuff other on the side, so they might forget. I'd recommend just writing it down. I just have this always open in my other screen and I just quickly glance through before market. I don't memorize this stuff or have it in somewhere. It's just not worth it with all the stuff that's going on for us day traders. It's not worth it. Okay, let's get started. So for me, I'm staying away from play of the week this week. You're going to start seeing more around mid-October. I might do 2 or 3 play of the weeks then. Right now, it's just not the point because market needs to decide. So let's go over the indexes for. Let me know how this is going on YouTube versus Zoom. I'd like to know your guys' feedback. So this is sort of what I do, like when I'm trading. I'm gonna start doing live trading too. Let's do live trading on Friday and then maybe on Wednesday too, so I could show you guys how I'm doing it. We'll add that again this week. Okay, so SPX, we had this consolidation when it broke around, I think around this level. This is when I added the 4,300 puts. My idea was we're gonna stop at 4,300 and bounce from there, and I literally, that's what I said, and then we broke. So literally, supply here, breaking, consolidation, and another breakdown. So now let's see if we gap back up or we break down. So we need to get above 4,300. This candle here was not convincing. There was 330 million in MOC. It was the end of quarter MOCs. Those things are massive. There was no volume at the end of the day on Friday. So in my head, I was like, okay, I don't know. Or was this like an entire trap for bear and then this got taken down right away? So we need to see where we open. We need to get above 4,300. It's that simple. If we can't get above 4,300, we're in trouble. Let me see. People seem like they have questions. Seems like weekly intraday is a move lately. Yeah. Like I think the move in the market happened in the first hour, or you have to wait till lunch to like play something. So that's what I've noticed. But we need to get above 40. I'm gonna show you the daily on this. So I have the 200 marked. Let me clear everything else. I clear my chart every single day. So if there was something that I missed or if there's any bias that I had around that time, because look, charts are a lot of bias. So I'm always watching premium. I'm gonna have to start paying more attention because like that time when I checked the Nvidia premium, again, I'll repeat, it was 4 points out. The calls were 4 points out and it was 37 cents, made no sense. And right after that, we started dropping. Okay, so 41.99 is our next 200 moving average. That is going to act like a magnet unless we can get above 4,300. If we can get above, let me just do this. If we can get above 4,300, that's when I'm going to look at calls, and you have this supply resistance at 43.39, but we know 43.25 is a level, so we're going to also watch that on. Okay, so this is sort of the pattern we have here. I don't know. I'm like really, really enjoying SPX. I don't know if you guys are having fun too. Like you can get one or two trades right, and like I don't know if you guys saw Bill, $400 to $2,000. Brooke made like close to $900 in the first hour on SPX. I think it's like so much stress free right now, and I'm gonna start like doing charts beforehand. Like not on Sunday, you're getting a chart now, but Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I might start doing charts if I see a pattern. Right now, the biggest thing that I'm watching is if we break this 42, 43 level, I got 4,200 puts like 3-4 days out. Right now, the only one position that I'm holding is QQQ. I believe it was 357 for October 6th. The window of weakness extends into this week. And again, I'm going to make sure you guys memorize this stuff. Friday, red, meaning Monday, 80% chance we're going to open red. Simple. There's nothing else. So that doesn't mean you start loading Monday puts. That just means that you're not looking at calls aggressively. There's only one caveat here. The caveat here is October is a brand new month. It's a brand new quarter. Do they start buying stuff? If they don't buy stuff on Monday, so if we get a red Monday, there's a chance that the selling accelerates throughout the week all the way till Friday. So you guys know I follow Chem, and then he's all about Avena Gamma. We'll get into one day. He's saying the window of weakness extends till October 6th. If the buyers don't come there, this can extend all the way till November 11th. So we go through October OPEX all the way into November. That happens, you're looking at 4,000 if we get to that level. But again, we go if then rather than, oh, most at mid-October, start buying shares. I'm gonna start low. No, you don't do that. That's that. Tesla, also watching shares. 206 is the 200 moving average. I've set my alert on that. So there's that. Now, what we'll do is we are going to go over a couple of charts. If you guys have specific charts you want me to go over, drop them and we'll do that. And if you can't see the chart clearly, let me know. Like, I'm not sure. I'll zoom in more on YouTube, but I want to make sure you guys understand. Okay, so this is SPX, simple. 4,300 breaks. I'm not doing anything. I'm watching 4,390 to break. If 4,390 breaks, I'm getting 4,370 puts. If 4,370 puts break, 4,350, then the bottom breaks, we're going straight to 4,200. So that's that. For upside, I'm watching 4,300 break, 4,315, 4,325, and then if 4,325, we get 4,340. That's what I'm watching. But if 4,300 breaks, you're going to see a big squeeze up because a lot of people will start covering. Professional traders, they're watching for a failed breakout. What's a failed breakout? I'll show you guys. Let's go daily. This is called a failed breakout. What day was this? Wednesday. Let's go on Wednesday so I could show you. These are just trades that you're going to make the most money off because this is where most traders are wrong, okay? So Wednesday morning, we open up, we gap up, everyone's bullish, and then people start buying calls and the market just takes everyone down. We break 4250, which was the most key level. It's a very big call wall. Once that breaks, people start loading puts. So we break 4250, we go all the way to 4243. So everyone's in puts because 4250 break, we're getting 4210 now because that's the JPM wall. That's how sentiments work. So they took us down. I'm gonna teach you guys failed breakout. We have some time. Hold on. I want to really if you can learn this one setup, you're gonna make a ton of money because that's where most of the people are on the other side. Let me zoom in. Let's draw 4250 support here. I'll take this here. 4250. Okay. Let's go down. Okay. So 4250, you see this green line. Under that is the level where puts have been added because we're about to break through the roof. We're gonna do 4210 because that's the JPM wall. It's all over Twitter. It's all what institutions are talking about. It's all about CNBC. Everyone's talking about that. Guess what happens? It doesn't. We bounce back. These people are now stuck. Okay, they're stuck. It's big volume because 4250 was a big support. It's called, in this case, it would be put support. We broke it. So now we break through. So do you see these large candles? This is a definition of what a failed breakout looks like. Why did this happen? This happened because these people are stuck now and they're getting out. Okay, this is majority. Let's say 10 people, and 10 people are controlling the market. Let's make it simple. 6 people went in here because it was like obvious trade, right? And they probably averaged down. We get off. These 6 people are trying to get out. 4 people are trying to buy. So you're getting double velocity here. And then as these 6 people are getting out, they're also adding calls. Anytime you see this happen, what time did this happen? 11:25. I've given you, like, this usually happens in the last 1-2 hours. When this happened, I remember Target man was looking at calls. He was in 4260. I said, look at 4270. And I had calls for the next day. 4270 calls went 14x in an hour. 14x. So if you had $1,000 overall, if you put $2,000 in a trade here, you would have made $100,000 at the end of the day. I did the math. So this broke out. It went all the way here, and if you didn't take profits here, it went back to. I was watching a different chain. I was watching 42. I believe it was 40. This is 43.17, right? I was watching around 43.15. Did about 5,000%. You had to get it perfectly right. I would have picked 4,300 if it was gambling, but that's what happened. So we gapped up, and then on Friday we sold up. Okay, so that was that. Let's take a look at the tickers that Karm's talking about. So we have QQQ. Again, I did not draw this today. This is all drawn beforehand, and these levels always work. Okay, so we're sitting at 357, which I knew Friday volume is so low that we weren't gonna break. Now I'm in 357 puts for October. This is 5 minutes, okay? So we're going in with a, if anyone could tell me what kind of flag this is. I wouldn't even call, it's not the perfect, it's not really a flag. Maybe in 1 hour, I could see. Yeah, it's on 1 hour. It's a bear flag. We break this down, we're looking at 355, and then we're looking all the way 352. In my opinion, NASDAQ is a lot weaker than SPX. So that's why I picked QQQ. Plus it's cheaper. Plus I wanted to go at the money. So with QQQ, once we break this 357 level, we're going to be at 355, then 352, and then 350. Mid-October, that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, there's a clear bear flag. Coin. Anytime you start seeing this, let's go daily here. Here's my thing with crypto. Crypto actually looked bullish. I'm not gonna lie. This was your. I'm gonna do a little bit of supply chain. If it doesn't make sense to you, I know there's a lot of people that are joining this for the first time. This is basically a solid zone where there's a sell zone. Once we break this, we go up. So this is the level I have. If we open above 76, 77 on coin, we're likely heading to 84 in my opinion, but I'm going to show you the 1 hour, what I'm seeing. Let me remove this. If I show you 1 hour, this is what I see. It's a bull flag. Now, bull flag doesn't always mean it's going to break up, but it's a bullish indicator, right? So if we break above this, we're going up. And if we break the 200 moving average on 77, so 1 hour is a nicer chart, and then there's a supply here. So 77, then 82. I like calls for coin, to be honest. We could have the market go down and we can have crypto go up. That can happen. Absolutely can happen. So that's coin. Let's look at AMD. Let's look at daily for a second. Also has a bull flag. AMD has been very strong in comparison to its actually chips have been strong. You want to see a break below 100, that's when I would short this. That's all I'm doing with these charts. So again, let me show you how this looks. Bull flag right here. Let's look at Tesla quickly. So this I did yesterday. I was playing around with charts. So this is a trend line. We bounced off of it, finally broke it. Now at the bottom of it, tried breaking. It's a lot of consolidation happening here. This is the 200. Yeah, the 200 moving average on this is 206, I believe. 206.04 is the 200 moving average. I think we get there. This is your supply, the sell zone. It starts at 264. I don't think we get there. Let's go check in an hour where there's a supply. I honestly, I did not think on Friday we were going to break the 250 level. When it did, I got in calls with Brooke and it worked out, but it didn't work out for long. So I quickly got out as well. But yeah, this is another sell zone. So let's see what happens when we close under a supply zone. You know the answer. I think we're going to get a gap down or a flat open. The only caveat here is they do quarter end buying. That's the only thing I'd worry about. I would highly, highly recommend that you look at day trading here rather than going short or long, because perspective and sentiment changing overnight these days because of all the news and what's going on. The market overall, gonna show you guys something. Let's clear. I'm gonna show you something with moving averages here. That's weird. All right, let's go add 50. So it's just adding simple moving average, nothing crazy. So if you guys look at something here, just see a trend. So once we break it, usually it doesn't break right away, first or two tries, but once it does break, it goes to the other one very fast. So this one, the moment we broke 100 moving average, this broke in the first time, okay? Now it stopped around 4265 or 4250 area, which is a key level. If I'll show you where this was right before the gap. So under this was a gap down, we stopped right here. There's a high chance we can touch this level where we closed at, or close, touch and fall, or the 100 and then go fall again. This is like on a longer time frame. That's what I'm watching. The way this works is once these moving average work, there are CTA traders, which are trend traders, and then there are institutions that have algos program. Once these levels break, they just sell, sell, sell. When they go above, they buy, buy, buy. So the opposite is true too. So look, this broke. Once this broke, look how clean this move was. You can see this every single time. Once we break, like look here, we broke, boom. So that's how it works, and then they kick out short. I think this level here, what is it, 43.38 level, it's gonna be very strong. It's a big supply. But yeah, that's all I'm watching. I'm gonna just do day trading now. That's why I haven't been posting my Excel for swing trading so far, because there isn't much to do there. I had a trade called AMT. It was like 3 million. I sold 80% because I don't want to hold anything long. I did the same thing with the AX. It was a financial bank. I sold 80% and left 20%. That 20% is almost up 100%. That's how I would do swing trading. If I see massive flow, like Karn pointed out, and I'll just go over it before we end the meeting. This is massive. So Square has roughly now $6 million in calls for November and January, and they keep buying it. If you look at the chart, it's all under 50, 100, 200. Like I think we're gonna have to switch to weekly chart here to get some levels. Nope. Let's just hide everything so I can. Okay, so that's weekly. Let's go even longer. Let's go monthly. Okay. So this is the monthly chart on Square. Sometimes you have to go. I don't really use monthly charts too often, but if you look at it, the demand for this is at 3271. Where it's at 44. Could it go lower? It could, but that's probably why they're buying it. This thing was $300 roughly, 290. Now it's almost 44. It's down a lot. And are they trying to buy the bottom? I don't know. Right? So I tell the people to be careful. Let's get rid of everything here. So this is a monthly chart, okay? It's a very long chart. So once this breaks, it breaks heavy. So I won't buy anything here. What do you guys see here? I'll tell you what I see and why I'm not buying it. Now, could it work? It could work. It's a monthly bear flag. It's been consolidating for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 month, and it finally broke. Now, could this be a fake out? If we can get above this 57 level, this is again a monthly chart, then we can see it go back all the way to 85. Maybe that's what they're looking at. Look, let's throw some Bollinger Band on this for a second. It's a monthly though. Okay, so this level, if we get to this, it's 32 levels. So and it's right at the bottom of the demand. So, and we're entering a weak session, meaning a weak seasonality. So I'd be careful. That's why I didn't buy. I saw the flow. Like, what was the other chart? I'll show you something so you can compare it. So this is AMT chart. We took this, like we literally timed the bottom on this. I think we bought it around 159-ish. Someone brought calls on this. So from 159, it's all the way till 164 now. Different chart. You see how down it is? So this was like, you look for shorter term calls, not like long term call. Yeah, I could do a fib on it. It won't matter because, so if we look at the monthly on this, this is what I'm looking at. 32.33. Put an alert on it. That's what I would do. So if it's 32.33, put an alert at 33 and 32.33, so you have some time to react. All right, I'm out. I'm gonna see if I like anything. Go through like probably another 2 hours of charting and see if there's any flow or anything like that, and then post it. But apart from that, that's all it is. Only thing that I saw that was interesting was Tesla opened their first dive in and charge restaurant. I'm gonna send you the article on it. That's pretty much it. Apart from that, focusing on SPX and QQQ. Yeah, cool. See you guys tomorrow and have a great weekend. Bye.